The biggest boss in the land, please believe me. God knows bitch think I'm cheating, but she know I'm the one, she can't leave me. Look good and I'm ready, so I'm settle with a bitch. I'm a player, I can switch hoes, yeah, cause I'm the shit. Fuck fashion, situation.
As y'all can tell, man, this her shit.
Very much so.
Big Boss Makiah, y'all heard it here first. On The Interview, the #1 podcast in Detroit, where we host rappers, entrepreneurs, athletes, and much more. If you want to interview, DM and follow my page, to interview, and like, comment, subscribe on my YouTube channel. Right now, I'm here with the Makiah Shipp.
The me.
But let them know who you are.
My name is Makiah. I'm irrelevant. I'm not important. I do nothing, and I'm just here for fun. Basically, I am a civic engagement activist. I'm sure many of you don't know what that is, and usually don't know what that is when I explain it. But basically, it means I'm involved in the community. So I make sure that I'm speaking up on social justice problems going on in the community, trying to bring resources back to Detroit, talking to the big dogs that nobody want to talk to, and just doing my thing.
Yeah, last year in the pandemic, while we was inside, she was outside protesting. So she was out there getting to it.
Mm-hmm.
So who are some of the big dogs that you met, like the most important people you met?
So I would probably say, like, right when COVID happened and we lost our senior year or whatever, I had planned for, I know it was sick, but I had planned for, prior to it all happening, I had planned for a congresswoman that works in Michigan who's really popular. Her name's Rashida Tlaib. She go back on Twitter with Trump all the time. Ask your parents, she'll know who she is. But I had planned for her to come up to the school a long time ago. This was prior to me even knowing her. I just sent her an email, and that fell through, obviously, because of COVID. So I just talked to her over Zoom, and she asked me to work for her, and I started working for her in May. School wasn't even out yet, so it was in May. That was the first big dog that I met, and everybody else just been following, kind of.
Yeah, she been real busy, like, all the time in school. She used to be getting grabbed out of class, like, you have to be on the news. I'm like, dang, news?
Yeah.
I used to be sick. I used to be sitting there, like, I want to feel important.
I'm screaming.
But talk about your decision to attend Michigan.
So I didn't want to go to Michigan. I actually, like, that was the last place I wanted to go, was Michigan. Everybody thought I was gonna go there, and that was a lot of the reason why I didn't want to go. But I had seen a lot of it, like, way too much. Like, I was always up there for summers.
Halfway.
Yeah, and I really was tired of seeing the campus. I didn't want to be around that many white folk, honestly. But like, when it came time to figure out who's giving me the most money, Michigan was giving me the most money. I'll be able to go there and have money in my bank afterwards, compared to going to another school, wherever it may be, and not have as much money as I have now.
So what was another school you was thinking about going to?
I wanted to go to Spelman.
She could have been in Spelman, and she could have been down there with me at Clark, Atlanta.
I wanted to go to Spelman, but like, it just wasn't smart on my behalf. Like, sure, it would have been fun, sure, it would have been cool, but it's the same thing where I'm at right now. Like, I knew I was gonna have to fly down there whenever it was time to move in or move out, and it just wasn't giving me the money that Michigan gave me, so it just wasn't smart.
So do you know the total amount of money you made in scholarships?
You mean from, like, the money I'm using, or like all offers from different schools and stuff?
Together.
If it was
I'm
like
hearing crazy.
All right, let me separate it. So if we're talking about, like, all the money that all the schools have offered me, is far over, like, $2 million, something like that. Far over that.
That's
because
crazy.
Like, I didn't even, like, I stopped counting after a while. But when we talk about, like, the money that UMich gave me, like, UMich paying for me to go completely, so I'm not worried about them. But outside of college, like, I was not playing no games when it came to scholarships. So I got about, like, 31,000, like, in private scholarships outside of, like, what any school was offering me.
That's how much tuition costs. So
Facts.
got a whole tuition set aside.
Yeah.
So what do you tell seniors now that don't even know how to apply for scholarships? Because when we heard that our senior year, like, apply for scholarships, some of us was just a little
Nobody's
lost.
trying to hear that. Like, and nobody was trying to hear that. Like, I completely understand. I really wasn't trying to hear that after a while, but, like, once you understand, like, I think people feel like, okay, scholarship this, school that, blah, 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 blah. Once y'all come to understand that this is pocket money, then you go rethink everything. Like, I wasn't trying to hear that either. But once I got my first check in the mail and realized that nobody was asking for that check and it was my check, I was like, oh, okay. That's how I bought a car. I bought a car with my scholarship money. Yes, sir. We're not making monthly payments. We bought a car.
Damn.
So.
Brand new whip, got no
Keys. I got keys though. Yeah, we ain't there yet.
We gonna get there though.
Facts.
We gonna get there for sure. Talk about some of your recent accomplishments that you just got.
Back in November, I got Detroit Speaks 20 Under 20. So I was awarded that. Just not too long ago, the NAACP chapter at UMich voted me, what is it, best female freshman or something like that at UMich. So that was cool. That was actually a really big surprise.
I also saw you got Youth Citizen of the Year for the,
yeah.
The Rhonda.
That was the Youth Citizen of the Year was through the Rotary Club. So that was like my first award, and it was big. That came with some money too, but it was big. I was really excited over that one.
So what's the Rhonda Walker Foundation?
That's where like it all started for me. Like it's a Girls into Women program in high school. So well, you start off in like 8th grade and then you go throughout high school. That's where you meet all of these girls. You go through like professional development, and that's kind of just where I met everybody. That's where I gave my first speech. And I remember that speech because that was the first speech I ever made, like the audience cry, and I didn't see a thing. When I speak, like it's so tunnel vision, but like my mom was like, everybody was crying, everybody's on their feet crying. I was like, what are you talking about? Crying for what? Like, and they like,
wish I was there.
You would have been crying. Yes, sir. You would have been crying. But
Thugs
yeah.
don't cry. I know I ain't no thug.
Go ahead, don't cry. But yeah, that was like where I got my first speech. That's Rhonda Walker is the news lady, and she put me on the news for the first time. That's how I was on the news for the first time, and I've just been on the news ever since, all the time. But yeah.
So you've been mad busy since middle school,
100%.
basically.
100%.
So was your stress levels here, or here?
My senior year, it was like I was doing sports in high school. I was still doing sports. I was cheering, and I played softball for a year. But after that, like my senior year, I was like, we done with that. So senior year, it was crazy. Like I would go to school and then come back, go to midnight golf right after, come back, do my homework weekends. I had an event from 10 to 2 every single Saturday. I was doing community service on Sundays every single week.
So
I was
did
tired.
all of the above. Like you made sure you met every requirement.
100%.
Because I didn't do any community service.
I know.
I didn't do nothing.
People was lying on the little community service.
I wrote 200, did like 300 hours in a day. Like
yeah, but I was doing it because I enjoyed it though. Like it wasn't even about like fulfilling requirements. Like I truly did enjoy like going and talking to younger people when they would ask me, Makiah, how you do this? Makiah, how'd you meet this person? Like I just really enjoyed doing that.
So did like those stress levels have an effect on your mental health at all?
Absolutely. Like it's so hard for me to say no when people ask me to do stuff. Like because I'm just like, I feel like if I don't say no, if I do say no, then I'm gonna miss out like on an opportunity that could have took me wherever. So I do not say no. Like, and I knew I was gonna do midnight golf, but I was so busy already. Literally the first day of midnight golf, I was talking to my mom. I was like, I don't want to do it. Can I just stop? Like, can I just quit? Because it was just so busy. It wasn't that like I didn't want to do midnight golf, but I had so much to do already. Like I was trying to keep my grades up and all of that. She's like, girl, no.
She knows she was gonna have all A's. Have you ever got a B on your report card?
A while ago, but like that's not the point.
Her grades was gonna be
It was the fact that like she just told me like, no, you got yourself in this, so you're gonna stay in it, and I stayed in it. And midnight golf gave me some money too.
So all that hard work paid off.
100%. 100%.
Definitely worth it.
I mean, I wouldn't encourage it, but because I really did a lot, like OD. Like I don't encourage it. I encourage you to do what you can handle, but it paid off.
I'll give you an example of her doing a lot. We go into class, it's a sub in there. I immediately walk out. She immediately go in there and get her laptop out.
Facts.
Get to typing a paper that's due 2 weeks from now.
I'm like,
dang. I used to see her doing it. Like, dang, I should be doing that, but let me just chill out and take this day off.
I definitely did that. I don't do that now. College is too too much for all that now. But like back then, I definitely used to do the papers that was due weeks in advance, and that's how I got to be able to do all them scholarships on time. That's how I got to stay at my events. Because if not, I would have been way far behind.
So what did you do in your free time?
I didn't have free time. I was asleep. If I wasn't doing all of that stuff, I was asleep. Like I promise you, I sleep now still, like all the time. So we don't really
sleep.
Yeah, we don't really get free time. But I got more friends now though, so I try to make time to hang out. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
2 hours later.
High school, you used to do your papers in advance, but college you can't. What's the biggest difference for you from high school to college?
College is crazy. I had like mental breakdown my first semester. It was so bad, like, and it wasn't even just because of like the academics, like that you can handle, but college is just an entirely different atmosphere. Like when you're there and you're around so many people, like so many different people too.
Yeah.
And
facts.
you eating different food. You living in a different spot, different bed, everything, like all of that put together, plus all the classes, the work, that don't take a toll on you. So yes, I very much cried for a long time, but I got over it. Like you just get used to it. It's not nearly as bad as it was, but it's a whole like mentality gotta switch.
Facts. I low-key liked college way better.
Oh,
high
I do
school,
too. I hated high school.
No,
Everybody know I hated high school.
Yeah.
High school was trash. Like I really did hate high school. But like you have freedom here, but you also have so much more responsibility. Athlete or anything, like if you're just a regular student, like nobody's making your schedule for you. Nobody's telling you gotta wake up to go to this 8 a.m. Nobody's telling you that you gotta leave 15 minutes early because you don't know where it's at. Like none of that stuff is factored in. Like that's all up to
teachers
you.
not gonna remind you that
And they
your
don't
homework
care.
due and
They don't
all
care.
that. They don't care.
They gonna get a check regardless. They don't care if you fail. They don't care about none of that.
So was it hard managing your own podcast while in school?
So I just started the podcast. It's called Conversations That Must Be Had with Makiah Shipp on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Music. So check it out.
Also, Apple Music too?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm going there.
Well, Apple Podcasts. So yeah, like I didn't start it until after school. Like I started it, did the advertising for it, but then I just never found time to film it. And it's not even like a task because I enjoy talking about what the podcast is about. Like it's about conversations that must be had in the Black community, stereotypes, things like that. But I ain't had time, like, and I wasn't finna put out no trash. Like, if you feel like you have to do something, it's not quality.
Yeah.
So I was not about to do that. So I just waited until school was over and finally got my first episode out. So, but Ann Arbor is just like a college town in general. So like, you walk out, it's gonna be people out there. It's gonna be some crazy. It be crackheads out there. It be people playing the violin. It be crazy stuff. Like you just see crazy stuff all the time. So I think like the most fun part is like just leaving whenever, just going whenever. Like your responsibilities is checked off the list. You just leave and just have fun.
So what did you tell to younger people who in high school just having fun now and not caring about what's going on? Maybe they focus on their friends or focus on a relationship.
Oh, let's get into that, babe. Drop them.
Or
Drop
her.
all of them. Like, I personally feel like, some people say like, oh, have your fun in high school and then get to college and work. I feel like it's the other way around. Like, get on your stuff in high school so you can get what you need to get to college and then have your fun in college. Because like, okay, say you're a 4.0 student in high school, you don't need a 4.0 in college. Like, unless you have certain goals. Like, I'm not getting no 4.0. I'm not even trying. Like, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm keeping a good GPA to get what I want to get. I'm focusing on what I'm doing. Like, so having fun is for college. The relationship is not gonna last. Like, you can find them in college if you want. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth you throwing away all of your friends or throwing away all your responsibilities for a high school relationship.
So how do you know, since I know you're a businesswoman, so it must be a million dudes reaching out to you. How do you know which one is the right one for you?
I'll be lurking.
Looking at pages.
Yeah, I be looking. I figure out a lot. Like, I don't go into nothing blind. Trust me, I will never go into nothing blind. Like, I'm going to figure something out before I talk to you. So like, oh, all the dudes hitting me up, I don't really pay you no mind, to be honest, unless you come in with something different. I mean, off limits now, but before, like, it just you just have to come with something different.
What you mean by off limits now?
We're not single anymore, but I'm sure y'all didn't know that. Private life, happy life.
So y'all can't shoot y'all shot. Sorry, y'all. Y'all thought y'all had one. Y'all didn't.
Yikes.
So what's your top 5 turnoffs from a guy?
I have big turnoffs. Top 5? That's hard.
You wanna do 3?
No, we do 5.
5.
All right.
5.
1 is if you mumbling. Why are you mumbling? Like, speak up. Say it with your chest. That's irritating. Number 1, mumbling. Number 2, if you stank any kind of way, like, you shouldn't be musty. It's getting dirty. You shouldn't be musty under any circumstances, or your breath, nothing like that. 3 is if you're disrespectful. Like, not even just to me, but if you disrespectful to anybody else, like talking to people crazy.
That's just lame.
Yeah,
especially when they try to really try to be disrespectful for them.
Yeah, going out of your way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another one. Thank you. Performing. Like, people that perform, like, you get around your guys and you acting different. Like, you trying so hard to put on a performance. I don't like that. How many is that? 4?
4.
5.
You might have to go to 10 because it seems like she got a list.
I very much do. Obviously, like, I'm not gonna say the obvious stuff like disloyal, liar, or anything like that. If you're dumb, like if you have no effort to, you know.
What if he not book smart, but he financially literate?
That's completely fine. I want to see effort. It's less about what you know and more about what you try to know. Like, if you're dumb and you're a bum, something's not adding up. I need you to put your best foot forward, you know? So, no effort and you're dumb. I don't know. If you're ugly, obviously.
Dang, ugly dudes can't get love?
They can, but not for me. Let's put that. A lot of people like to say, like, if you, like, ugly, you should, like, try to love them first. Like, you can get past an ugly dude.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because I can't get past no ugly girl.
Right. And if you can't see yourself kissing somebody, if you're going to be disgusted kissing somebody, then let's be real. You're going to set them up for failure. Because you know that problem is going to revisit you in the future. So, you can't do that.
So, what's a top 5 things that reel you in from a man? I ain't going to say turn on.
Okay. Like, outward respect. Like, if he's opening doors for me. You know.
Gentleman.
Yes. Yes, chivalry. 2, dang, why haven't I thought about this? Oh, like, if he can dress. If he can dress, that's definitely, like, it can make a 7 or 10. Because, you know, if he smell good, oh my gosh. Hey, tell your friends, spray the cologne, and not the Axe.
Not the Axe.
Not the Axe.
Not the Axe or Old Spice.
No,
I
you
hated
gotta
you
be
in
in
high
the
school.
Prada.
You use the Axe. Yes, you use the Axe by the lockers.
You need to level up, babe. Do something a little bit more. So dress, smell good, look good, obviously. I don't know. I need to jog my memory.
Dang, she only got 3.
Yikes.
So as long as you smell good, look good, and what's the other one? And be a gentleman, you may get this future.
Future what?
President.
Don't say president.
We always used to say that.
President. No, I'm not going to be the president. So if y'all think I'm going to be in some type of office, I'm not doing that. No, you can catch me with a nonprofit. You might even catch me on the TV screen, but I will not be in the White House.
Okay. So what's your goals for this summer and next school year?
This summer, I'm getting my money up. That's very much it. Obviously, I'm doing what I already do. Like, I'm a commissioner now, so I work on the commission, do stuff for that, get my money up because I got an apartment trying to live fancy because Ann Arbor is expensive. So we're doing that, hanging out with my friends, going out. We're very much outside this summer. Very outside this summer. My birthday is in the summer, so we're getting late for that as well. But that's about it.
This is a whole new Makiah for me. It's not the meme of Makiah no more. It's the upgraded one.
I very much just did that because they was in high school, and I didn't like high school boys.
High school men.
Boys. Children, actually.
Children.
Y'all are very much on childish stuff. Don't
Are you
even
saying
deny it.
y'all, or like, are you saying you?
Y'all. All of y'all.
As in me?
Yes, you included. Yeah.
I don't think like them other dudes say that.
You was
We don't
hanging
think
out with
this
them. You was behaving like them. Yes. Yes. You ever heard like the people you hang around is like you? A reflection of you?
Yeah, if you hang around 9 bum dudes, you're gonna be the 10th. If you hang around 9 millionaires, you're gonna be the 10th.
Okay. So you,
Am I hanging around them now?
I don't know who you're hanging around now, but then, remember I won the rap battle?
Parable.
Yeah, I always win rap battles. You should remember. Why you don't remember?
Cause I wasn't there.
Oh. Well, I used to win rap battles in high school. I still do.
I was rapping at the pep rally.
Oh, he swear he's somebody. He swear because he's popular. He's somebody. He thinks he's a popular
I'm not
guy.
even popular.
Okay.
I'm just me.
Yeah.
Being me is enough. That's what y'all need to know.
You wanna be a
Being
motivational
yourself is
speaker.
enough.
Okay.
So do you got any questions for me before? we
Yeah. Why'd you want me on here?
I put her on here because this is either the first or second most successful woman I know at our age. So I'm like, y'all need to model her for the youth. Really for people our age too. And really for grown folks too. But I had to get you on there because you're not doing what everybody else doing. Like you said, you a whole activist and on the commission. So that's just completely different. And I'm trying to have a broader audience on here.
Okay. Okay.
And you got your little clout, so I had to take some of your little clout.
Barely.
Had
Go
to-
follow me so I can get more clout.
Oh yeah, her Instagram gonna be like right here. And it's gonna be in the
that's so
description.
Okay. I have one last question. So, what's the difference between me, high school Makiah, and now Makiah?
Number one, the smile. We didn't get too many smiles from her. Number two, I could tell she's like, in high school, I don't know if she seemed stressed or busy or mad, but now she just seemed more joyful, more happy. But I think that just got to deal with college. Then three, she got way more accomplishments than she did in high school. So like, that's another bar to her bars. And she got bars.
Facts. I'm a
Facts.
rapper, not a capper.
No cap.
In my rap.
I appreciate you coming on the interview on this famous episode, because when she get famous, y'all gonna look back at this and be like, dang.
I remember her.
Yeah.
She was the cute girl. The real fine girl, 11 out of 10 girl. With the glowing skin.
She was with the 100 out of 100 guy. But like I said, if y'all want an interview, DM me, follow my page, and follow my TikTok now. I just made a TikTok, unfortunately. But I made a TikTok, the interview, Instagram, the interview, Twitter, the interview, all that. So all that's gonna be in the description. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we out of here.
Like bitch to get back with her man, like I was cute, but you can't mix that shit with your bare hands. Might try to use how the fuck I'ma cuff you, know you fuck my mans. You sound stupid, nigga ain't in the fig, just be rapping about the crimes I'm doing.